Yes, we observe that some big countries, more powerful, are decided to use trade and economy to put pressure in a political field. And so we need to have sufficient own defense tools to be sure that these kind of means would not interfere in the political field. And when it comes to China, when it comes to Russia, when it comes to any country in the future, we need to dispose to have our own toolbox. I could give, for instance, the fact that we are working on the openness, the reciprocity in the openness of public procurement, for instance. It's the IPI instrument, and we hope it will come into force during this spring, thanks to the commitment of the Parliament, the Council, and the Commission. Another example is the anti-corruption instrument presented a few weeks ago by the Commission, and we will, within the Council, discuss on this instrument. The idea is to say, okay, if there are some aggressive or assertive measures, decision taken by our partners in trade relationship, in trade field, we will have the opportunity to react quickly to deter these kind of measures or to react to these kind of measures. We will continue to work on the global level to the WTO because we need a multilateral answer to such kind of behaviors or of decision. But we need to have our own toolbox to be sure that we will be able to defend our companies more efficiently.
So, of course, we know that Emmanuel Macron is very pro-EU. He campaigned on that in 2017. And we know this EU rotating presidency is arriving just as there is this domestic presidential race as well with the elections in April. So this gives him this platform to push for his agenda of this strategic autonomy and how France can only be strong within a strong EU. But in a country where there's almost 30%, according to polls, of voters ready to vote for Eurosceptic parties, is it risky for French politicians to be pro-EU?
No, not at all. It's part of the DNA of Emmanuel Macron, and in France, many people are for Europe. There are some people that are skeptical, but in his own supporters, own voters, they are really aligned with this idea of a strong France is for us in a strong Europe. And so the fact that the President Macron is chairing the Council of the EU this spring is the signal that France is still at the head of the countries that are working for a stronger Europe. And the priorities of the presidency are well accepted in France because it's kind of belonging to Europe. It's the way to be more sovereign, to be stronger, to face all the challenges we have in the world today. For instance, climate change. For instance, the increase of the tensions you have mentioned earlier, and the fact that we need to use Europe for a better recovery. To have more growth, to face economic challenges, very important for the future. And we are stronger if we invest, for instance, for semiconductors, for AI, for hydrogen, for electric battery, if we invest with our partners from Europe.